Welcome to The Awakening Hour with June the NBIC, airing every night at 9 p.m. Here we keep our foot on the neck of false teachings and challenge Euro-Christian ideologies head-on. We stand on facts over beliefs, insertions and assumptions as we journey together on a path of pure righteousness, guided by true African spirituality or Alkebulan wisdom. Each episode is part of a powerful movement to reclaim our identity, uplift our community, and walk in the power of truth. Tune in nightly at 9 p.m. for transformative insights and hard-hitting discussions as we unmask hidden truths and rise to our fullest potential.
What it do, y'all? It's your brother Bear from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that ROD pod. For those that don't know who I am, I'll tell you, man, I am him, Junes, the NBIC. And again, you know, I represent that ROD. I want to give a shout out to the YouTube family. I want to give a shout out to the ancestors. I want to give a shout out to the creators. I want to give a shout out to all the lesser deities, the Alkebulan deities that dwell amongst us, that's waiting for us to summon them to give us the strength to take back what's ours, which is our freedom and our land. Round of applause for that. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Yeah, man. My apologies, man. You know, I've been this weekend was a crazy weekend. It was my daughter's birthday, man. Shout out to my daughter. My little girl is becoming a grown woman right before my eyes, man. 1-3. She finally became a teenager. She's like, Dad, I'm a teenager now. I said, yeah. That means I'm going to backhand you like a grown woman trying to be a teenager, okay? So give a birthday shout out to her. You know, Sunday we was busy, had a phenomenal time, and then Monday did a little something, nothing crazy, but you know, it was cool, calm, and you know, just to see her happy, just to see everybody happy, to be honest, is wonderful. I know she wanted it a certain particular way, but you know, with these congested pricings and all the nonsense, it's really hard for people to travel the way that we want to. But hey, I got something for them, and it's on the way. Right? You know what I'm saying, babes? It's on the way. Trust me. I'll just leave it as that. But yeah, man, a lot been going on. I have not been able to drop my weekly broadcast, so I decided to do the live and talk about it today, especially since I missed yesterday. I said, you know what, I'm going to come home and we're going to have a conversation. And that conversation, of course, is the bill that was written by Mr. Trump. Shout out to Mr. Trump. Round of applause for that. Yeah, Mr. Trump. The DEI that got everybody thinking that they working with the DEA. Yeah? The DEI got black people in a frenzy right now. A lot of our people are very disappointed, upset. So disappointed and upset that they are considering boycotting. Now, before I say what I gotta say, let me just say this to my colored people. Just sit down and relax. You guys ain't gonna do nothing. All you guys is just like the three little pigs. You just huff and puff and blow nothing down. You know what I'm saying? We always got something to say and feel some type of way, and the time for us to step up to the plate and stand on business, yeah, we go back into the kitchen, we go back into the couch. You know what I'm saying? Dudes ain't gonna be marching and protesting and fighting and boycotting. You guys ain't gonna do nothing. You guys are gonna wait for this week's Super Bowl. You guys are gonna go to Target. You're gonna go buy your potato chips. You're gonna buy your soda. You're gonna get your ice cream. You're gonna get your little dips, and you're gonna take a seat and shut your lip. That's it. Okay? That's it. Now, me personally, I am in complete agreement with the dismantle of the DEI. The DEI. Why? Because it's time for our people to get a reality check. For some apparent reason, it seems like black people are the only people on the face of this earth here in America that forgot that they are in prison. That forgot that other nations literally come here to capitalize off you. You think I'm lying? Chinese people come here, speak no English, open up a nail salon in your neighborhood. Who's the first one in there? You. Okay? The Arabs come into the neighborhood, speak no English. Come into your community, open up a store. Who's the first one in there? You. They don't just open corner stores no more. They done upgraded. Now they're opening Popeyes. Okay? They're opening Popeyes. They're opening Carvel. I went inside the Carvel down the block. I said, damn, where's the black guy? No. Just us. Okay? They come into your area and they set up shop. And we as people seem to have forgotten that. We have forgotten. And you want to talk about, the DEI being wrong. But what about us? Where's our inclusion amongst ourselves? We're not including nothing when it comes to black wealth, when it comes to rebuild, when it comes to educating, when it comes to music. Everything that's around us is just death. It's just death. It's just we embrace death. And then when people like Donald Trump say, well, you niggas don't want to live, fine, let me put this bill in place so you guys can continue dying. Now you want to complain. You know what I'm saying? You know the saying goes, charity starts from home, right? Our home is dirty, right? Our home is dirty, and our original home is being occupied and whitewashed all through the entire continent. But no, us, I'm from South Carolina. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm from this. We everywhere. But the DEI was to let you know that you can be everywhere, but you still a nigga right here, okay? So you can take it how you want it. You can, protest. You can be aggravated. You can do whatever you want. But in reality, people, this has to happen for us. I'm sorry. We need that. Okay? The civil rights, all of these things, the feminist movement, all of these things was literally laws put in place intentionally at those times to get us where we at now, where we're becoming too dependent on the system. We don't need the system. We just need each other. Okay? We have trillions of dollars in spending power. You know what the problem is? We as colored people are so focused on having money when we should be focused on having power. Okay? Money is just a piece of paper. Power is a position that can stand for years, centuries, decades, a long period of time. That's power. Europeans desire power. They go into your land in Africa. They giving you money for you to accept the money. In return, they have power in your land. It's about power. And we as individuals, we need to gain back that power. So things like that, like the DEI taking place, it's a phenomenal thing for us. Okay? We need that. The migrants being shipped back, guess what, black man? You might have to get your ass on top of that roof. You might have to go to a trade school and learn how to do some welding. And it's gonna be no more rapping for you guys. It's gonna be no more basketball for you guys. All this sports is about to be a clip, okay? The jobs are the ones where you have to work. You have to provide a service, okay? You got to get hands-on. You got to be in the field again. Yes, a lot of you guys want to be the indoor nigga. Trump said you niggas need to stay outside. Get the DEI out of here. You think you're supposed to be amongst us because of the laws, and we got to respect your race, and we got to respect your gender. We got over for that. Now they're going to tell you to your face, I don't like how you look. We're not hiring you, and you can't do nothing about that. And you can't get mad neither. Because why are we, with all of this spending power, still filling out applications to go get a job? When we should stop buying these BMWs and the Mercedes and these homes that we can't afford, and start putting money into stock. Start putting money into real estate. If we got $1 trillion worth of spending power, how come we haven't come together with good credit, go into the bank and say, I need a $40 million loan because I want to purchase these sky rises, or at least 10, 15 buildings within the community that you know that is ours, that we're going to maintain, we're going to take care of, and we're going to ensure that affordable living for Black people still intact, even while this world is in complete chaos, while this inflation is going on, while all of this nonsense is going on. We still have something that we can say that this is ours, and we control the rent, we control the increase, we control the decrease. We are in control. These are the things that we need to be focusing on. So the DEI was very needed. Was very needed. It was laughable when my whiz came to me and she was telling me how Black people are so mad that Target, Amazon, and all of these, these high Fortune 500 businesses are now terminating, Black History Month. They're not going to put these things up. I mean, why would you want them to? Why would you want the enemy to teach you of the things that they did to you? Our story, is our story, and it should only be told by us, right? You think the Jewish people want to learn about, Judaism coming from a Nazi? Doesn't make sense. They will not accept it. So we have to see it in that aspect and stop being so emotionally invested in politics, stop being emotionally invested in religion. All of these things are things that control you, that no matter what you say, what you do, you have no position in these things. Just leave it alone. Let's focus on the things that we can focus on. Let's focus on each other. Let's focus on our community. Let's focus on our children. Let's focus on the re-education. Teaching these children proper education, bro. These children are learning nothing in today's school system. In fact, not only are they not learning, they're not even learning like the foundation of teachings. They're being taught by devices. These children are at the computer all day. They got iPads, they got phones. These are the things that's teaching our children, and we need to take control over that. And the controlment is simple. That controlment is simple. It's really simple. It's just taking the initiatives. It's stop the complaining, stop being mad. Okay? We the only people that's complaining. Not even the gay people is complaining about this DEI bill being signed. They're not even complaining. So that means come June, right? We don't want to see no. I don't want to see no pride flags, nothing. PC people don't see it like that. If they ain't putting nothing black, that means there ain't gonna be no June 19th to be celebrated if they don't want to. That's cool. I'm all for that. Make sure that there's no LGBTQ flags flying in the air. We don't want to see none of that in June. June used to be the most favorite time of the year because we knew that summer's around the corner. We knew that school was about to be out. We knew that we was about to have a great time this summer. That's what June used to, that was the indication for June for us. We don't need all that, right? So we need the DEI written. And the joke was, my way said, people was talking about boycotting. She said the last time a successful black boycott took place was when we boycotted the bus from Alabama to Georgia, or whatever time it was. That was the only boycott that we ever did, that we stood on business, that was successful, that meant something, that changed something. Outside of that, please, you guys will protest, march with George Floyd, saying no justice, no peace, and then at the same time go around the corner and go shoot a nigga because he owe you $5. Come on now, stop with the madness. There's little things like that until those things are addressed, people ain't trying to hear nothing that we have to say. And I don't want to be the ones to say it, but I gotta say it. Nobody want to hear what y'all gotta say. Boo-hoo, cry river. Okay, you're not gonna go to Target. You're gonna boycott Target. So where you gonna get your food at? You niggas done burnt up all the moms and dad shops every time y'all protesting, when y'all throwing Molotovs inside these stores when you could have just went into Target your damn self and just and did that wrong. But no, you didn't. So you destroyed moms and pop stores. So mom and pop stores excuse me. Mom and pop stores no longer exist, right? So now where you gonna go? You're gonna go to Trader Joe's? Where you gonna go? We don't own nothing. We don't have nothing. Why complain about what they're doing? How about we open up our own Target? Name it Gotcha. They named it Target. We name ours Gotcha, right? And we sell our own. We sell black stuff. We sell black clothes. We sell black school supplies and toys and dolls and black food. You know what I'm saying? Some black seasoning. When you go in certain places, you see Sazon. I should see something said Nigon. Okay? Get some nigga seasoning there. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the alternative to the DEI being put into place. Let's start our own business. Let's sit down. Let's build. Let's have a conversation. Why are we giving our money to Jeff Bezos? Why don't we have our own Amazon? Jeff Bezos ain't doing nothing but opening the doors for people to market and sell on his platform. We could do that as well. We can do that as well. Everybody should have, instead of calling it Amazon, just call it El Kebulon, right? And then you get El Kebulon price. We don't call it Prime, we call it El Kebulon fame, right? When you famous from, shopping for a long period of time and you get a monthly service or whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's so much opportunities and suggestions and things that we can do that we wouldn't care less about the DEI. I don't see Chinese people complaining. I don't see Mexicans complaining. I don't see Arabs complaining. I don't see nobody complaining but us. Because we want to be up under these people, and that's our problem. We still trying to gain these people approval and acceptance. Donald Trump let you know you will never be accepted. You are property. You are just a nigger. You are in jail. This is still slavery. Slavery has never been eradicated. You thinking I'm lying? Do not work for 6 months and see if the marshal will not be at your front door to throw you out. throw you in jail. You are in captivity, fam. Okay? And Donald Trump is the warden. Okay? And the Congress is the board members. Okay? Okay? And America is designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to continue capitalizing off the misery of a particular group of people. And that group of people will always be you. Always. So you need to accept that. It is what it is. You need to accept that. Now, we can have conversations on how to get ourselves out of this imprisonment. You already know what you need to do. If you want to get out of this imprisonment, you already know what you need to do. And these people are so confident, they're openly telling you, like, yeah, man, go ahead, do it. But they know that we as a nation of people has become too dependent on the system. We can't function without it. We can't function without our phones. We can't function without watching TV. We can't function without playing video games. We can't function without being on the internet. We don't know about outside survival. We don't know how to camp. You understand? We don't know how to cook from scratch. I'm talking about not putting the fire on a stove. I'm talking about getting sticks, rubbing it together, starting a fire, getting animals, skinning a chicken from scratch. You know what I'm saying? We can't do these things. None of these things we can do. And they know that. That's why they say, go ahead. Yeah. Open the door. Let them go to Africa. Go ahead. Go to Haiti, please. Go. Let's see. Watch how fast you're going to come back. And in reality, we're going to come back. I was just having a conversation with the Wiz earlier today, and I showed her, I was like, yo, listen, man, I want to go get, our citizenship for Ghana. You know what I'm saying? The process is going to be expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's like $200 for the consultation, and that's just the beginning. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's something that I feel like we need to do. But even bringing that up and talking to her, and I could see it in her face, like she's with it, but it's like I would rather go to Texas first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather be in a place where I know I'm gonna be comfortable. Why? Because she can speak English. She knows the system. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but that fear of leaving America, that's for all of us. And shout out to those that just took the initiative and said, man, F all that, I'm out of here. Shout out to you guys, you know what I'm saying? But for us, for me, you know what I'm saying? As much knowledge and wisdom, as much information that I have, and seeing where this place called America is heading, there's still a high level of hesitancy, right? Because no disrespect, I'm here in New York City, and I'm seeing the El Kebulans coming here, and I'll be looking at them. I'm like, that niggas look kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But these are my relatives, and if I was to go back to the land, I'm gonna see an abundance amount of that. You know what I mean? Am I psychologically prepared? To be honest, nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, man, I'm ready, man. I could go here, I could go there. Nah, I'm not. But at the same time, I know that eventually going back home has to be a priority, and we're gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it happen. I got an event to attend to where there's gonna be a lot of El Kebulan elders. You know what I'm saying? A lot of master teachers, and the beauty of it is right here in Brooklyn. I know exactly where the place is going to be at because I've been there before. So just having the opportunity to finally go back to that type of environment, not only with the knowledge that I have, but also with the deconstruct mentality of religion being removed from me. So I get to talk and not listen to brothers and sisters speak and instantly have a biased approach, because it's like, he don't sound like he walks with God, and he sounds like he's against the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's what religion has done, and it done that to me, and it also closed a lot of doors, or should I say prevented a lot of doors from opening, because I had that mentality. You know what I'm saying? If you was talking anything outside of the Biblos, I'm like, nope, that's of the devil. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with wisdom, with comes studies, comes patience, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to the ancestors that's been patient with me. Shout out to the creators that's been patient with me, and shout out to you guys that's been patient with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning. You know, I'm still learning. And I just had a conversation with my Wiz just before I got on, and I said, I think it's time that I go learn from a master teacher. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has pure Alkebulan wisdom and able to, you know, pass this knowledge down unto me, so when I get of age, I can pass this down to the future generation. You know what I'm saying? And the Wiz said, you might have to go out there, you got to sit in the villages, you got to listen to those conversations, and you know, that's a fact. You know, that's something that we all got to do. We need to sit down with the elders again, not these elders that's giving us this biblo rhetoric. When you hear me say the elders, we talking about grandmaster, you know what I'm saying, grandmaster teachers, people that's in high positions, people that, you know the Alkebulan language, that knows about Kemet, that knows about that knows about West Africa, that can tell you about Ogun, that can tell you about Osei, that can tell you about essays and tell you the in-depth understanding of Ulamari. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to speak to these people, individuals that has not been tampered with religion. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that we need to speak to, because it's time for us to learn our Alkebulan customs, culture, spirituality, food, all of that, bro. We should not be eating hamburgers and fries every day. That's not who we are. You know what I'm saying? I need some herbs. I need some legume, and you know what I'm saying? Like that food that fuel us. Just like how, you know, the pumpkin soup, you know what I'm saying, fuel the ices. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need that. And the only way we're going to get that is by connecting and speaking to these, you know what I'm saying, these master teachers, and also stepping away from the Euro-Christian ideology. You know what I'm saying? We have to step away from the Euro-Christian ideology. It's a very important thing to do, because the Euro-Christian ideology is nothing but a tool. It's nothing but a tool, okay? It has no power. It has no substance. It has no foundation. It has absolutely nothing besides mystical stories and fables that brothers is still preaching at the table, and you wondering why we still disabled. It's that. You understand? And for a person like myself, who is a student and also a teacher, we just not subjecting to that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because that is part of our downfall. That is part of our misery. That is literally a story that allow us to accept, and I repeat, to accept the genocide of non-whites. That's what the Biblos is. It's a book that shows and allow us to accept the genocide of non-whites. That's what the Biblos is. And if you are in support of genocide, you are the problem. And you have to be removed, and you will be removed. It's just a matter of when. You will be removed. The ancestors will remove anybody that goes against the universal order, because universal order does not promote genocide. It does not. Okay? You wouldn't know what slavery was until they brought it to you. You wouldn't know about curse of not keeping the commandments. Think about that, people. I want you to really think about this. Check this out. The commandments is ours, right? Right? And we knew about the laws way prior to the enslavement. We knew about the laws way before the coming of Jesus. Let's just call that what it is, right? The minute Europeans came and they was colonizing and they was shipping people, why nobody said, hey, we ain't keep the laws. Everybody start keeping the laws, start praying, and everybody should have did that so the process could stop. It never happened. And if it never happened, that means prior to that, we had no recollection of what slavery was. We didn't know nothing about not keeping no laws. And if you didn't keep the laws, you would be enslaved. Think about that. Black people knew that if we don't keep the laws, we're going to be enslaved. You telling me black people would have broke that? You telling me black people would have broke that? And once it happened, listen, all we need is just 5 seconds of it. Damn, we got to keep the law. We got to keep the law. Come on, guys. Nope, we're not doing that. That never happened. So then if that never happened, then you then got to question, what is this being given unto us? Who gave it to us? Who wrote this and said, this is what God told me to do to you? Because you wasn't serving our God. You was calling other gods. You wasn't calling on the one true God, who is Saturn, by the way. That's who the Biblos is about. The god Saturn. That's why you must worship him on a Saturday. Okay? Okay? Which goes in the lunar year 3 times. That everything is 3. Remember, Jesus died. 3 days he was risen, right? Okay? You get 3. You get Abram, Isaac, Jacob, all 3. Those are the pillars of religion, the ideology, because everything must go back to 333, 666, Luciferian. Okay? The Biblos is, and I repeat, a Freemason satanic book that was put together by Freemasons, satanic people. King James was a Freemason, and he was not black. He was a pale-faced European, okay? And if he's black and you guys believe that he's black, then show me his black moms. Show me his black father. Show me something, his black children, something, his black brother, his cousin. Show it to me. You're unable to. You know why? Because it never existed. These people are lying to you, okay? They're giving you a black and white picture and they're saying, that is a black man. And all you got to do is just look at the nose. The nose was like this. One black man nose is like that. Huh? Come on, man. Stop. How does an African black king has a Caesar haircut? Stop. We didn't know what Caesar haircuts was until we was enslaved. You can see all through the pyramids. They didn't have these haircuts. We had dreads. We grew our hair and we had baldies. We didn't have none of this nonsense that you guys are talking about. And if you want to be technical, according to the Biblos, you're not supposed to cut your hair. So why is King James cutting his hair? And I don't want to make this conversation about that, but you know, I gotta give it to you raw and direct, because a lot of us don't understand the times that we are in. A lot of us don't understand the tools that's being used to literally divide, literally cause confusion, literally have brothers and sisters believe in mystical stories and not facts. It's not a fact. These are mystical stories, bro. And we are not in that space no more. It's time for us to elevate. And a lot of you guys don't want to elevate because you guys hear these false stories. Oh, hell is gonna do this. This. All of that is lies, man. All of that is lies. That is not in our culture. That came with the slave master. Okay? That's what was told to prevent you from rebellion. That's what was told to put your trust into an object that's going to come through the sky and redeem you. That's what that was. That's not true. Because trust me, if it was true, these people would think twice to lynch you, to burn you, to rape you, to kidnap you. It would have been, we're not doing that. I'm not going to go to hell for that. Please. For what? That's not true. All of it was lies. It's lies. Lies after lies after lies. When you start doing your Alkebulan studies and you start speaking to the people and you start understanding your customs, your culture, who you are, you're going to see that these things does not exist. Hell was just a scare tactic. The origin of hell, like I told you guys before, comes from Greek. It's a Greek mystical story that they used to tell their children to put them to sleep. They like that groggy stuff. I don't know why. That's not for me to disclose. I don't know. And I can care less. I'm just telling you that this is what they was doing. That our strength comes from the creators, the universe, and judgment comes from when we start justifying the wicked actions of wicked people. That's just how it goes. Okay? And to gain that strength back, you got to tap into your spirituality. This is why they tell you things like voodoo is evil. This is why they tell you black magic is evil. Because if you are able to tap into those things, you're able to break the chain. And like me and the Wiz was just talking, and I said, you got to make it make sense. Why would the slave master give you anything that can break the chains of their controlment over you? Make that make sense. They would never do that. Read the book called The Art of War. They will never do that. That is Ashkenaz. That don't make absolutely no sense. They will never do that. I need you guys to understand that. It will never be done. Okay? The reason why the Biblos was given to the world is to have a universal control over the masses and have every single person giving praise and glory unto their gods, because their gods give them strength. I have the books, bro. There's over 2,500 gods, and the mass majority of these gods are Greek gods that they are connected to, that give them strength, that give them power, that give them wisdom, that give them understanding, that gives them the continuous tool to destroy. And as long as the Biblos and religion is on the table, they will remain over you, because that's what these things was designed to do. Okay, when you think of Christianity, it's always going to be a European over the black man. When you think of Islam, it's always going to be an Islamic Arabic man over black people. When you think of Hebrewism, these niggas that's thinking that they Hebrews, they are learning from who? Their teachers and their studies and their information that they are retrieving. They are getting it from people that don't look like them. Okay? Even with this Bantu stuff, these people are gaining information and knowledge from people that don't look like them. They do not get the knowledge and wisdom from colored people. They do not sit down with Al-Kebulan people to learn Al-Kebulan customs to determine if the knowledge that they are receiving from the Biblos go hand in hand with the knowledge that's given, that was passed down from generation to the people, from the people. They don't. You know why? Because all of these things is a control over a group of people. And some of you guys don't understand that a lot of these dudes are Johnny Brasco's, bro. Remember, y'all teachers come from a theologian school. The creators will never, and I repeat, will never operate with anybody that comes from the school of the Bumbaclats. Never. Ever. The only way the ancestors and the creators is going to deal with anybody, you have to do a master reset. And like the Biblo said itself, you cannot put new wine in old bottles. This is why the creators is waking up the young ones. The warriors are being awoken. The ones that's not trying to hear nothing coming from the word religion. Trust me, I know. I have conversation. Yo, how you feel? Yo, bro, we're not trying to hear that Jesus talk, man. We about black empowerment. What's up? But you trying to show us how to gain power back? Because we know that our power gets weakened every time we mention the name Jesus. And this is facts. You know how you know that? By going outside. By being outside. By speaking to people, not on the internet. By actually speaking to the people. And that's why I support that DEI. Because the DEI will make brothers and sisters remember where they at. It'll make you remember. The only reason why Lyndon Johnson wrote that into play, listen carefully, people. The only reason why he wrote that into play was to give black women an opportunity to work and come out the household. Put their child in their institution and you go to work and you make some money. So now you make enough money that you don't need no man in the house, that the children are going to be educated by these people and they're going to be re-indoctrinated. And the indoctrination that all school systems, the foundation of every school is under the foundation of what? Euro-Christian ideology. How you like those apples? And now that the DEI has been uplifted, a lot of you black women, if you're not working in the medical field, will lose their job. A lot of you indoor niggas that want to sit at the desk on the office acting like females, you're going to lose your job. You think your job is secure because you are the black man, and if they fire you, you can have a lawsuit. All that is over for. And it's okay. And it's okay. But that's what you see going on. It's over for that. Ladies, you will, and I repeat, you will have to depend on your man. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that you shouldn't be working. If you're able to work. But that partnership, that union, that foundation, is gonna be needed more than ever. Because now there's no excuse. You will need a man in your life. And I know my women, especially my sisters, I know you ain't trying to go from Tom, Dick, and Harry thinking that you're gonna find the right one. Because I'm telling you ladies this from now. There's not gonna be no right one, okay? Today's men is weird. Today's men ain't trying to settle down with anything. If you're not one of these Instagram looking thotty McMuffins, ain't nobody huffing, okay? And anything that they tell you, they just bluffing. Ain't no cuffing. They just wanna Dr. McStuffing, if you know what I mean. And after they finish doing what they doing, they're gonna Chris Brown your ass, okay? Deuces, okay? Especially my sisters that's coming with baggage. Mine them don't want no baggage, okay? So please, understand where we're heading. This is not a bad thing. It's a phenomenal thing. Because men and women gonna have to work together. We're gonna have to reason. We're gonna have to, you may be at odds. You may say, I can't stand him. I wish I wasn't. You could say all of that. But then when you go out into that real world, when you go back into that Facebook marketplace, you're going to see that these niggas, you was better off. Listen, Tia and Tamara, she like, listen, she went out there for 30 minutes. She was Justin Timberlake crying a river, okay? And shout out to them because they still try to make it work and all that. So shout out to them for that. But that just go to show you where we at, okay? The streets is weird. Everything is weird. Whatever you have, claim it, own it, deal with it. Whatever comes along with it, it's not worth breaking up a household for. It's not. It's just not. Okay? It is what it is. Because we are heading down a path where it's literally going to be us against them. And the stage is being set up. The migrants is being removed. Okay, the laws that was protecting the niggers is being removed. So there's literally about to be no holds bars. But I'm gonna always remember who I am and where I stand. I stand for the El Kebulane kidnaps. I'm gonna ride with y'all until I can't ride no more. Some of you guys may agree with what I'm saying. Some of you guys may disagree. That's not for me. I can care less. The only thing I care for is the liberation of my people. Because if you're liberated, that means your child is liberated. That means your child is gonna be suited to be around my children. Because that's my focus. If I don't help this lady and this man get it together and they have children, these children are going to be toxic and these children is going to be next to mine. That's why I stopped selling drugs. My last crack that I sold, we on live with it. I don't care. I'm going to tell you the truth. The last crack that I sold was when I was with my sons and them. We was out in Jersey. And a female came to get some food. She was like, and my man's, you know what I'm saying, he a street nigga, you know, could care less. He's on that type of time. And she was pregnant, I'll say like 6-7 months. But at that time, my son was 3 years old. So that's a 4-year gap. That means that baby that's born could one day be in a relationship with my son. And that was the epiphany that happened. And I said, nah, this ain't for me. And from that moment on, I said, I'm leaving that alone. Stop selling that. I went back to selling some weed. And then eventually I stopped selling that, right? To now where I'm at now is like, I gotta fix what I destroyed, and I damaged a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I broke up a lot of homes. I did a lot of bad in my life, and I want to give thanks to the creators for the opportunity for me to get right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing the initiative. That's why I come on these lives. This is why you guys thinking that it's rant. This is literally experiences. This is me seeing things, being amongst things, learning things. See, everything that I learn not just learning it, but also how did this information affect me? Was it good, bad, or in between? You understand? And that's how I was able to get to where I'm at now. And we close to 120,000 subscribers. We close to 120,000 subscribers. I just wish YouTube would just leave me alone and just let me talk to the people. You don't want me to, you don't want this information to get out. I know, but don't worry. Look, listen, look, YouTube, look. Because I know you watching. Check this out. I'm not gonna go against your Euro-Christian ideology. That's what you guys are on. I can care less. I am about black empowerment. I am about black enliftment. I am about separation, segregation. I'm for all of that. But I'm not gonna attack your ideology. Okay? Just let me speak to my people. That's all. So that's all I got for you guys, man. The DEI, I support it. I stand by it. I support it in not the way that you guys think. No, I support it in the way for us to realize that we are in prison and that it's time for us to remember that we are in prison. Okay? We are all we got. I am not him without you, and there ain't no you without me and without them. Okay, when I say them, that's the creators, that's the ancestors, that's the deities, that's all of that play a major role. And just an FYI before I disperse, I was listening to a brother in El Kebulan, and the deities that we call on, we're calling the wrong deities based on the environment that we are in. For example, if you are in, let's just say you are in a region where it's hot, right? You can't be in a region that is hot, but then you calling on a snow deity. And I know a lot of you guys may take that as cap and it's too much, but like I said, a lot of you guys are still under the Euro-Christian ideology and you have not deconstruct. So until you deconstruct or have the openings to open into suggestions and learning new things, you're just not gonna understand. But for those that are deconstructing and are removing themselves, yeah, man, it's a lot of things that a lot of these gods that we're calling on is making us weak. For example, the gods in the Biblos, the Yahwehs, the Yahushuas, and all of that Hebrew madness that gives the Hebrew people power, and that's why they are in the position that they're in. Okay? And these people got in those positions in the last 30 years. And when you go down the rabbit hole in the last 30 years, it was a massive push of us pushing this Hebrew nonsense amongst black people. Okay? And they gained power because of that. Right? So we have to start calling on our creators. Sunini Nanini is not connected to the Biblos. If anybody is telling you that, they are either ignorant, unlearned, or agents working with the people to mislead, misguide, and gain financial gain for self and not for us. Remember that. The creators have absolutely nothing to do with the Biblos. If you want to know more about Sunini, Nanini, you got to go to the land and speak to the elders. If you want to know more about Ulamari, you have to go to the land and speak to the people. And I promise you, those people are going to tell you that the Biblos has absolutely nothing to do with these creators. And that's just not me saying that. This is me speaking to the OGs in those lands. Okay, people? So, with that being said, guys, I hope you have a phenomenal one. Shout out to the DEI. Trump is the man. I don't give a damn. You understand? Like I told you, you heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites. He is the closest thing you're gonna get to a white savior. So you might as well take your Jesus, round of applause, and go on a dinner date with that man, because that's the only time you're gonna get a savior. And he came from the sky. He came from the sky. Are you saying Donald Trump is Jesus? He came from the sky. Then he land off the Air Force One. Yeah, I know. That was hilarious. But with that being said, people, continue supporting, like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on these notifications. Everybody's been telling me, yo, June, when you come on your lives, I don't get no notification. You know, YouTube is not sending that out. So please double check. Sometimes they turn it off. So double check, turn it on, share this with your family. We're going back to doing the classes. Subscribe to the membership. We're gonna have classes. I feel like I need to do that. Those classes where I'm gonna talk about religion, as far as like the origin of hell. Those are gonna be for those, you know what I'm saying? For the students, for those that's trying to learn. If you wanna support, you know how to support by getting some merchandise. Definitely fear the rod. I'm still waiting on my samples to come in so I can test it out and see what configuration needs to be done before I put a massive amount of investment behind it and push it out to the masses, because that's what I want to do this summer. Like, I want this summer to be me wearing nothing but mines. Like, I'm not trying to wear no polo. I'm not trying to wear nothing. I want to wear just strictly my clothing and support my own, support myself and support my own. This is the rebuttal and the what you would call that, babe? This is to go, since they got the DEI. This is our get back. This is how you make a stand. When it comes to my mind, it'll be that. But this is how we showcase our stand, is by supporting and standing on black business. So again, people, it's your brother man from the motherland, came to you guys live. Once again, continue supporting, like, comment, share, join the movement. You know what I'm saying? If it's your first time, hope it's not your last time. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means we gotta stay on that grind, because it's about that time. Time for what? Time for you guys to go get yours. Because you know I'm out to go get mine. It's the brother man. You understand? And I'ma holler at y'all. One.